Hey y'all, welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch's Homestead Happenings podcast, episode 31. I'm Susan. Spring has finally arrived and I'm nowhere ready to get my garden planted. We have had a lot of projects all happening at the same time. It's just a busy time of season as we scramble to get things done. Our last frost date is April 17th, which brings me to today's topic, the spring pivot. We are officially in Zone 7B countdown. It feels so close to planting season, but we still need the ground to warm up more to prevent stunting for those heat-loving plants like peppers and tomatoes, which, by the way, will be outside the Victory Garden area this year as they are in the Nightshade family. Some of our winter goals were pushed back due to the unforeseen weather that we had this year. Currently, we are felling Bradford trees, and I hope to share that experience in an upcoming video. There are 10 Bradford pear trees in our front yard. The softwood is a danger due to the heavy storms and strong winds. They need to go. We found one was already dead and several had damage. This is a major project undertaking and it's happening right now. We also plan to bring in fresh gravel for our driveway once all the tree work is cleared up. And eventually we want to put in a windbreak with some cedars. My husband has a lot of projects outside and inside at the moment. And of course I'm filling in the pantry shelves with canned dry beans to keep us through until the garden starts producing. Besides canning, I'm working through the egg glut and just trying to keep up. We've had our best year for egg production so far. Behind the scenes, I'm working on my sourdough bread making skills and also making fresh pasta. I may try some other egg-rich meals and desserts. The homemade Tennessee breakfast sausage was a major home run. My husband really liked it. I didn't mention it in my video, but the cost was around $3 per pound of meat for me to make. A fairly reasonable price considering that it's done without all the garbage in commercially made bulk sausage. And if you missed that video, I will try to remember to link it. Our secret weapon for the garden this year is in our Victory Garden area. It will be ducks. We have grand plans to build a duck coop in our Victory Garden area and opening up the fence area where the blind duck resides. Ducks are great garden partners. They take care of the weeds and bugs, and their poop is neutral nitrogen source. In other words, it's low nitrogen or a cold nitrogen. And it's safe to use around our plants immediately. It's an all-around winning situation. Free fertilizer, free pest control, and weed control. We will also be cleaning out the coops with the chickens and turkeys as part of the spring cleanup. Since chicken and turkey poo is higher in nitrogen, it's considered hot, and when burn our new plants, we choose to let it compost down for 1 year before we add it to our raised beds. Natural and free manure that we compost, and it will increase the nitrogen levels for a bountiful harvest, but it needs that long rest first. The turkeys, hens, and ducks are all on the lookout for the tasty grubs and early bugs. Winter grounds are now thawed and the bugs are out already. Even our neighbors' bees are actively looking for nectar. Our flocks have several jobs besides laying eggs: free fertilizer and pest control. We also plan to feed back to our flocks the scraps from the garden season. They love the fresh treats, making our garden its own little ecosystem and not just a chore in the summer months, We like to give them fresh greens as much as possible. To keep them healthy and hydrated during the hot summer and fall months. Some of the best taste of the garden season are those fresh herbs and heirloom organic tomatoes, not those hothouse tomatoes, and all the beautiful selection of homegrown organic vegetables. We have a pest problem in our garden. Squash bugs have been really bad over the last 2 to 3 years, but I'm ready to tackle them, and I'm actually capturing and killing any we see inside the house, using a simple old jar with a small mouth, a cotton ball, and rubbing alcohol. I place the opening over the bug, it crawls in, I close the top, and it's done. Every fall we usually get Asian beetles, but this year those stinky squash bugs invaded too. They are drawn to sunlight like most bugs, so our windows attract them during the day. But in the garden they are less active in the morning and evening. I will be attacking them with known methods this year and maybe get rid of them altogether. One trick is the bronze-colored eggs that they lay on the undersides of plant leaves. I plan on using tape to remove them and soapy water in a closable jar for the adults. We want to raise squash as it is one of our favorite veggies, but these bugs have killed our squash for 2 years. Enough is enough. This year, we are using a small frame greenhouse to start some plants early. So far, it is working to keep the seeds and soil warm. I just need to remember to close the flap at night and keep those trays watered. This will also help when that last freeze arrives. Are you a prepared in February gardener? Or are you a scrambling in April gardener? Let me know in comments. Have you ever walked out in your garden and found your once healthy and full of blooms squash plant or pumpkin plants wilted and gray overnight? If you have, you've met that notorious squash bug. In the early morning, look for golden, bronze-colored clusters. Squash bugs don't just appear, they lay eggs in a very neat geometric cluster of tiny bronze to copper colored beads. They love the V where the leaf veins meet on the underside of the leaf. Instead of using chemical sprays that might hurt the bees and our ducks, a roll of painter's tape or duct tape in my pocket will easily remove those eggs without hurting my plants. I will just press the sticky side to those egg clusters and peel them off, and it's 100% effective. It takes 30 seconds while you're out there checking on the birds, and it will make a huge difference between harvest or heartache. We have schedule updates. Our weekly lineup is now Monday and Friday for full-length videos, and they will drop at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. Our podcast was on Tuesdays, and I've changed the day to Wednesday at 6 a.m. Our third week live stream used to be on Thursday. We have changed it to the third Monday at 11 a.m. Be on the lookout for shorts and community tab posts as well. Also, most of my videos will be interactive, meaning more content information will be in the description box below the video, on the community tab, or associated shorts. The garden suggests that there might be a space where we can meet nature halfway. Michael Poland. I'm going to read out of Genesis 8:22. I'm reading out of the King James Version. While the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, and summer and winter, and day and night shall not cease. So, all the way back in the book of Genesis, God has provided mankind with work, whether it's taking care of the animals and flocks, or if it's taking care of the seeds, the trees, and all the vegetation that He's provided for us to enjoy and eat. So, as a small West Tennessee farm, we grow a garden every year, and we try to provide fresh organic food for our family to eat, and I preserve it. You'll see that in many of our videos. It's a real joy knowing that what we're doing also aligns with God's Word. So this week, I'm hoping to tackle some of the raised beds and get our fall-winter garden uncovered. I got a lot of weeding and soil amending to do along the way, and I'm hoping to plant some early growers. Please be sure to follow me in an open collaboration that is upcoming called Survival Seeds 2026. Be blessed and a blessing. Here's some content I think you might like. Thank you for visiting our homestead. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hype, and share to help our small channel grow. See you next time for more simple living, frugal tips, and farmyard fun.